Welcome to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making cocktails is what we do.
I admire your work.
Bum 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 beanie-noo, 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 boo-doo.
Wow. All right. Well, today, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to make and drink these two cocktails for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
So if you want out, speak now.
Ethan Hunt and his merry band of super spies gets blamed for blowing up the Kremlin, because apparently Soviet real estate is on the IMF's demolition list. They then embark on a world tour of increasingly absurd stunts to clear their names.
Our first cocktail is the Sandstorm.
Our second cocktail is based on our most favorite interaction in the entire movie, and it's the line, "And I'll catch you."
So it was on the horizon, but now it is here, so let's make the Sandstorm.
Light the fuse.
You're gonna need rye whiskey, mezcal, Tingala, Amaretto, black pepper syrup, lime juice, saline, and mint.
In a shaker tin, we're gonna combine 1 ounce rye whiskey, 1 ounce mezcal, a half ounce of Tingala liqueur, a half ounce amaretto, a 1/4 ounce black pepper syrup, half ounce lime juice, and a dropper of saline. Add ice, cover, and shake until chilled. Double strain into a chilled highball with a sphere. And lastly, garnish with a mint bouquet. And here is the Sandstorm. Ooh, oh, wow, she's just going for it. Well, we thought this was an iconic scene to make a cocktail for, and we also thought it would be fun to come up with a cocktail to try and figure out what does a sandstorm taste like.
This operation's over before it even begins.
That's right. So we've got several elements in there. Smokiness from the mezcal, also the bitiness of the rye.
I'm more of a bourbon girl.
And there's a bit of spice and sort of a dustiness from the black pepper syrup.
Go on.
Once you think you've had it all, you get this like tingly feeling in your mouth.
I'm getting it right now.
Yeah, and it also like has a slight bitterness to it. It's just like drawing in saliva from your mouth.
It definitely is.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, and that's from the Tingala, which is an ingredient I feel like we've been incorporating more and more once we kind of came upon it. It adds sort of a fun element.
It's now or never, Bobcat.
I mean, not just from the flavor aspect, but just having the little tingle kind of extends the experience of the drink.
Yes, it's a very fun liqueur that we found. It's made with buzz buttons, and then it has other spices in it like cinnamon and I believe cardamom, and so some really nice additional notes coming from that particular liqueur.
Crazy, right?
I also like the mint on top. You get a little bit of freshness right as you're going into the Sandstorm.
Yeah, that's right. So the mint is for the freshness that you kind of get before a storm.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah, that's right.
As he said, I'm spitballing, it's not all gonna be gold.
It's really fun. It's one of the most epic scenes in this film. I feel like it goes on sort of forever. I mean, it starts with him initially just climbing out the window, going up to the 130th floor.
130.
And then there's a whole bunch of chaos that ensues, and then they end up going on into this crazy sandstorm. And yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, I wonder,
chase,
I've never been there. I mean, I imagine that's pretty realistic, and they do have sandstorms like that.
Pretty sure.
So next up, we have a very fun and somewhat stunning cocktail, and I'll catch you.
Yes, but before we make that,
Jane, we're gonna have a slight delay.
we'd like to catch you for just a moment and ask that you hit that like button if you're enjoying this episode. Also hit that alert button so that maybe we could join your daily scroll and you can participate in our polls and also our puzzler that we put out every week for what movie we're doing.
All right, now that you've done that, I think it is time to catch up with That'll Catch You.
ETA 2 minutes on the courier.
For this cocktail, we'll be using coconut rum, ginger liqueur, Goldschlager, Italicus, ginger syrup, saline, vanilla, and Angostura Bitters.
You're going to combine in a mixing glass 1 1/4 ounces of coconut rum, 1/2 ounce ginger liqueur, 1/2 ounce Goldschlager, 1/2 ounce Italicus, 1/2 ounce ginger syrup, a dropper of saline, a Barspoon of vanilla, and 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters. Add ice and stir until chilled. Prepare a Collins glass with a cube, a black sphere, and another cube, and strain the cocktail into the prepared Collins glass. And here we have, and I'll catch you. And you're gonna need someone to catch you after you finish this drink.
Jump, and I catch you.
It is super boozy and it's super tasty, so it's very dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Kind of like that scene in the movie. It was a really, really dangerous scene, and Jeremy Renner wasn't too sure about it. He had some questions for Benji, let's just put it that way.
Should I not have jumped?
Yeah, I mean, legitimate ones, they kind of just met.
Yep.
They only just found out that Jeremy Renner's character is actually like kind of a badass. Lots of trust going all around.
So we wanted to capture that in a cocktail, and so that's why we kind of put this black Earl Grey sphere ice cube in the cocktail.
Yep, this is to emulate Jeremy Renner's character being caught in that computer array. So it's made out of Earl Grey and a little bit of black pepper syrup. So recipe is going to be in the description.
Where else am I gonna go?
So for the flavors in this cocktail, we really wanted to go with something chai because those are the flavors that are really found a lot in that region. And so we incorporated a lot of ingredients to kind of get that.
But we've got cinnamon from the Goldschlager, obviously. We've got lots of ginger in there.
Yep.
Then we have some of the more kind of citrusy notes that you get from like cardamom and
The Italicus.
with the Italicus. And then that vanilla is really beautiful. And did you pick out the coconut rum?
Yeah.
I don't get it right away, but it's actually a flavor that comes in like way at the end when everything else is kind of gone. It doesn't hit me on the front of the tongue.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. It's like an aftertaste. It's really nice.
It comes in a lot like a milky kind of flavor.
It does.
What?
Yeah, this is super duper dangerous to drink.
Which I've
should
already-
be, I know, it should be. I'll catch you.
You might have to.
Yeah, super duper dangerous. I would say that, so again, the sphere itself has Earl Grey in it. So if you want to get more of that like black tea herbal flavor, throw a straw in there and because it'll sink.
You gotta be kidding me.
Speaking of regional flavors, why don't you bring in the Sandstorm?
Yes. This is another regional flavor.
Which one do you want to go with?
I should probably go with this one.
Yeah.
We know how that story went.
Yeah, take her out, but, discreetly.
So as many of you probably know, the final installment of Mission Impossible is upon us. We are getting the 8th film.
No shit!
We're super excited to go see it. We think these cocktails, you're probably gonna wanna watch 1 through 7 before you go see 8 again.
Yeah.
So you might as well have a couple of cocktails. And we created these for Ghost Protocol, but really you can drink them during any of the movies.
Yeah, I think they would be appropriate for almost any of the movies.
You actually said that out loud.
So we're going on almost 30 years of Tom Cruise playing Mission Impossible.
It's incredible.
It's pretty awesome. And it's fun. I remember seeing the first one, Brian De Palma directed it, and being, I thought it was really cool. I seeing that when I was probably 14, didn't think that I would be going to see the final one when I was 42. It's gonna be pretty exciting. The stunts are gonna be amazing.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Yeah, maybe let us know below. What do you think's gonna happen to Ethan Hunt?
I was waiting for you to ask.
So the new Mission Impossible comes out May 23rd.
The countdown is not helping.
We're going to be in line waiting to watch that. Are you going to do a marathon like we are? Because I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah, we got a long night ahead of us. Actually, we got a long weekend ahead of us. So, all right, until then, we'll see you next week. 2 more cocktails, 1 more movie.
That's right.
Cheers.
Cheers.